So while the floor here in the dining room has been drying from its 3 coats of top coat this week, we started work on another room in the manor. And this is a room I use every day, all the time, so I cannot wait to show you what we've been up to. We also have some very exciting news about our curtains here in the dining room because the fabric has finally come in, and I have to say it far has exceeded my expectations. I love it much more than I thought I would, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like. We've also had some fun surprises in the greenhouse, so I have lots to share with you this week. But don't forget, if you have not subscribed yet to our Ladysmith Manor Diaries channel on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button to ensure that you are the first to receive all our new videos. But first, let's get on with showing you what we've been up to this week. So our curtain material for the dining room has just arrived, and we just picked it up. And I actually have it in 2 big pieces. This first piece has come all the way from Montreal, and I ordered it in. I can get it out. And it's very heavy. And then I also have a second piece here. Because my windows are so big in the dining room, look at that. They're so big in the dining room, I needed quite a lot. And when I looked online, they only had a certain amount, they only had 16 meters available. And this is now a discontinued, they can't reorder it, it doesn't, I can't get more. So I phoned them and said, is there any way that we can get some more? And they did an amazing job of actually phoning around all their stores, and they actually found this piece, this 12 meters, in Newfoundland, and had it shipped all the way from Newfoundland for me to ensure that I have enough. So I've got so much material, but it is just gorgeous. It is so much, I've seen it in person. I saw it on the roll in the fabric store quite a while ago, and I loved it. And then I've been watching it online and looking, because obviously I wanted to purchase it, and there never seemed to be enough of what I wanted. But now I've actually got it in person. It's this it's almost like a linen effect. It's got the green, it's got the red in it that we're gonna be using in the dining room as well. And it's just got that really beautiful feel. It's very warm and welcoming, so I cannot wait to actually make these into curtains. And you can see when you look at it with the paintwork how well it works with the green that we have on the wall and the accents that we're going to have in the room. So I'm very, very excited to start cutting and sewing this week. So while we were waiting for our dining room floor to dry, we started work on my office. Now, this is the smallest room in the house, and with its dark blue walls and very unorganized and poor use of space, it really wasn't working effectively, and we also needed to upgrade the walls for our fire protection plan. So the first job was to start on the floor. And the big question was, how do we get the paint off the floorboards? The original floorboards were underneath all this paint, and after trying some sanding, we realized that the quickest way was actually to get the heat gun out and take the paint off, then sand it. And it was definitely worth it, because after we stripped all the paint and sanded it, the floor came up beautifully. All it then needed was its stain. While some of us are working hard, other members of the Manor family are working hard at doing not very much. It is finally time to get rid of this blue paint in my office. And although I like some blues, this blue is not my favorite. So I've got to say, I'm pretty excited. With it being such a dark color, I'm actually putting on a color blocker first to hide the blue before I put my sulking room pink on the top. And so it just doesn't bleed through. So it's gonna go white before it goes a color. So the floor has now had its multiple layers of top coat painted on, and the wood has just come up beautifully. I am so pleased. The sun is shining through the window today, but what a difference it's made from how the floor looked last week to what it looks like today. While my office is undergoing its transformation, I have set my desk up here in the reception room, and I am right in front of our gorgeous mural, which I have to say is a complete joy every day to come to and sit down at my desk and see this just gorgeous mural. The light floods in through the bay window, and I have to admit it's actually a really nice place to work. But by the end of this weekend, the office will be back up and running. We'll have all the walls painted and the floors finished, and we'll be able to put the desk back. So I will move everything back upstairs. But for now, I am thoroughly enjoying my time this week, temporarily in front of our gorgeous mural. So I'm just working my way around some of the windows that need repainting. And I've just finished 4 for the dining room. And this one is actually the one for the family bathroom upstairs. And our philosophy on our windows is that we really want to restore as much as we can rather than replace. Not only from a cost point of view, but also to be true to the manor. And what we found is when we've actually stripped back the paint, most of the windows are in actually quite good shape. They just need a little bit of TLC. And so we are starting the big job, because there's a lot of windows, of repairing, restoring, and really looking after the windows so that we can ensure that the wood and the windows last for many years to come. So this is really just the start of this project, because over time we will be taking all the windows of the manor out. We'll be doing a lot more repairs, a lot more painting outside and inside. But I'm just starting with the inside of these sash windows so that we can get them looking pretty nice in the rooms. So our tomatoes have been growing, and you can see in our greenhouse that they are doing really well. And we finally have one that has gone red. All the rest are green at the moment, and you can see in here we have one red tomato. So this is our very first tomato from our tomato plants in our greenhouse, and it looks quite delicious. We have a few more here that are just starting to go red, lots of green. So when they all start to ripen, we're going to have lots of tomatoes. So Mum is in charge of all our tomato plants and keeping them all healthy and keeping them, getting them to grow. And she's done a really good job, because we have them growing, and she's got various different types. So which ones have you got there, Mum?
I've got this one. This is the plum one.
Plum one.
Yeah, that's the plum.
Another red one.
And I think these are all plum ones here that will be coming. This one at the back here, I think I could pick, and I think that's got, I think that one might be ready. And there we go. There's another one.
Oh, another red one.
Yeah, not quite.
We've got a few red ones now.
Yeah. Look at the different colour, different size, different colour.
Yeah. Now you've got to make something with them.
Yes, okay. I will.
And along with our first tomatoes, we also saw our first zucchini. That's good size, eh?
Oh, very
first
good. Yes.
Zucchini or courgette, as they say in England.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. And there's another one coming. Let me just get this one off as well. This one's... There you go, here's another one. So okay, our harvest is coming.
So now we know what we're having for dinner.
Yes.
So I can officially say that our tomatoes and zucchini from the greenhouse were delicious. There's something very special about eating food that you've grown in your own garden, and so we're really looking forward to lots more tomatoes over the coming weeks. But I'm just getting ready for work this week, because we still got lots to do, and I think this week I've officially named as Curtain Week, because I am not only going to be working on the curtains in the dining room, but I'm also going to be finishing the curtains in the reception room in this gorgeous vintage pink floral fabric that I have. This one's already made. I have a couple more to go, and then I can get those up as well. So I think I'm gonna get my sewing machine out, get the tables laid out so I can cut and sew and do a couple of days of intensive sewing to get some curtains made so that we can get these curtains up. So I think that's one of my jobs for this coming week. And so I'm gonna get back to work. I look forward to seeing you back here next week for our next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.